Hello everyone, my name is Dorothy and I'm an illustrator, and today I am going to take you through my Procreate gallery and library. I'll share with you everything that I've made, well, not everything, mostly everything that I have made from 2019 to today. So let's just get into it. I did go through and clean this up this morning just so you don't have to look at some really ugly sketches and like blank projects. First thing that I want to talk about is what I'm using. So I'm using a iPad Pro 12.9 inch. It is the third generation with the Apple Pencil. And I'm also using, let me just put this back. I'm also using a Paperlike screen cover. I really like it. I'm so glad I got it because first of all, it protects my screen. And then second of all, it gives it a nice kind of papery texture, which I feel like is really, really lovely because drawing on just glass is very slick and it doesn't have a lot of give, and I'm really used to using paper and other media. But let's get into my stuff here. Okay, so the first thing that I want to look at is this stack here. This is just some old artwork. Didn't organize this morning. So the first things that I did when I got my iPad were just doing some doodles. I watched a bunch of different movies during this time. Just wanted to do some sketches of them. So this one's for the School of Rock, and then this one's for Married to the Mob. Very fun, big fan. I was just enjoying watching these movies and doodling. And then this is another page that's kind of like almost a sketchbook spread. I like the color scheme, it's kind of fun. A lot of these first ones that I'm doing here, I didn't really download any brushes, so these are just all the normal brushes from Procreate. Probably just like the Derwent, the Studio Pen. I really loved those in the beginning. And this is a comic that I did post on my Instagram. Just love it. And this is a Valentine's Day kind of card thing that I posted on Instagram as well. Probably using the studio brush and then a pencil of some sort to get that texture. Oops. Let me go back. Okay. At this time, I was also starting out my Clue board game redesign journey. It's been so many years, but I'm still working on it. I did a couple other sketches for different characters as well as weapons. So I am redesigning a Clue board game, just like a personal project. I'm theming it to be 1920s Chinatown, mostly because I want to learn about the history and a little bit about my heritage as well. These are some lovely ladies that I did, probably just using that studio pen and the pencil. I remember that Matt, my partner, and I, we used to live in LA, and I made him take a photo of this Safari Inn sign. I really love like these old kind of vintagey signs, especially the neon ones. And I did a little sketch of it. It's so cute. Yep, just enjoying using this. And then I also took a little Rezo print and did a little Rezo print of this dog image. Just a bunch of dogs, and I call it dogs with jobs because all these dogs actually have jobs if you look at them closely. Like this is a truffle dog. This is a little corgi who is shepherding a sheep, a rescue dog, seeing eye dog, a Odideron dog, a sled dog. This is a retriever dog. I didn't really want to put in like a dead duck or anything. A little scent dog and a therapy dog. So they all have jobs, everyone. And then I kind of did these into like a little pattern. I was doing a bunch of blankets for these, and I'll show you what that looks like in another stack. So this is my stack of proposed blankets. I think this one is actually a blanket. Yeah, this one is a blanket. This one was going to be a blanket. My brother really liked it, so I gave him that blanket, the example of it. And then I did actually make this into a blanket as well, but I'm just not a huge fan of like it. I think I want to explore more blankets and woven things, but just not a huge fan. And this is one of my best-selling blankets. When it's woven, it's a lot less like wild looking, but just a lot of fun. People love mushrooms and I do too, so really fun. Okay, next one. Like I said, I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but for a while I was thinking of doing like portraits of your house. I still think I'd be interested in that, but I think my style has evolved a little bit past this. But it's a cute little one. I wouldn't mind getting one like that. And then I was going to do some like bouquet commissions as well. So this is an example of that. And then this is me just like, I scanned in my gouache painting and then I painted over it in Procreate to get the effect that I wanted. And then what's in this stack? I have a bunch of things in here. So many random things. A bunch of little YouTube thumbnails, just looking at houses and trying to redo them. And then I got a commission to do a astronaut for like a little boy's room. So that is this one. Let's not draw on it. Yeah, a bunch of other things. This actually I did in gouache, and then I think I took it into Procreate to kind of adjust a couple things. My sister-in-law wanted to kind of do like an ebook, so I did some illustrations for that, and I did a couple like layouts of what they could look like. Yeah, a bunch of layout, a bunch of like little concepts and spot images for her. And then these are kind of like more full page ones too. Love how this one turned out with all the texture. Yeah, so, and also this one's one of my favorites too. Love the texture of it. I think it's kind of fun and crunchy. And then I did a little commission for like another baby shower. This is a dino commission. It says 2021, so that was last year. And I just did 2 colorways. These are some of the sketches that I did for that. I really like how those sketches turned out, and I'm not sure I showed you this, but these are the color options that I had the client pick out. And in Procreate, it's really cool. You can actually change colors pretty easily. So if you have things on like different layers, you can easily change colors. At this time, I don't think I knew that, and I actually did color over every single one. So that was silly, but in the future, you know, I know how to do that. My brother and his partner got a new house, so I was helping them kind of re-envision their kitchen. I did some backing cards on here. I actually do have videos, full videos for each of these, so I won't go through them. Yeah, these were really fun to work on. I got a house commission, and I kind of just did a little quick sketch on here just to get some idea of what the colors would be like. So this is that, and then I ended up actually painting it. It was a pretty big commission, so it took a long time to do, but it was a lot of fun. I don't think I can do big commissions like that, but for a friend I'd do that. And then my sister really wanted like a tattoo, so these are some ideas for her. She wanted a dragon and a rat with some dim sum. So, and then I think I did this for a video about different things that you can draw in your sketchbook. This is just like one of my favorite chocolate cake recipes. These are some sticker options that I did or had done, I think last summer maybe, and this is one of the final stickers. It's like a little mini mushroom hunter and some mushrooms. I really kind of like these two as well, but they didn't actually make it into stickers. Maybe I'll do that eventually. And then I was doing some phone backgrounds. I think this one, yeah, I like that one. I also did another commission for Sunset for All, which is like a biking coalition in LA trying to get bike lanes put into LA so it's a little bit easier to bike. And this is the illustration that I did for a brochure for them. It looks cut off, but it actually just does cut off, and I needed some extra bleed room. There's so many different people in here. It was a huge commission, And I actually took each of these layers and kind of made them a little bit more blurry in Photoshop to make it look like it had more depth. So that's not even how it kind of ended up. I also did a map for them, and this is kind of me giving them an idea of what the colors would look like. They ended up choosing this one, which is based on like the sunset colors. And then last year I did travel to New Orleans, and I did a couple illustrations just based on that. So I went to Preservation Hall, just sat in the Bywater district, and also just walked through the French Quarter. So I just wanted to capture them. This one's my favorite. Just love how I captured the sky and the light. I also have a couple different holiday tags that I usually put up on my Etsy, so you can download them and print them. And these are some of them. I think I got the Rizo brush pack at this point, and I really like how it turned out and gave it kind of a vintagey vibe. I think this was during Christmas time, but I really love watching White Christmas, and this is from one of those numbers in there. And then this was a Draw This in Your Style. I feel like looking at this, it's like way too bright and just too many things going on. I think I was trying too much, to be honest, in Procreate, but still fun to do. I drew this one on the way up to Portland when I was flying from LA. We were looking at a bunch of houses and I was feeling really sad about leaving. And then here's some more clue things. I think I did this in a video as well, but this is just me digesting all of my research for the board game. I took a look at some images that the LA library had, as well as other sources, just to get an idea of like historically what Chinese spaces in the 20s looked like in the United States. The arches and different things that they would be selling, and yeah, different like shops and what the tile looked like in the storefronts. Who knows if I'm actually going to use it, but I do think it's going to inform what I do for each of the rooms in my clue redesign. And then these are some of the sketches that I did for each of the rooms. I needed to correlate the clue board game rooms with the new rooms that I'm doing for my clue redesigns. I chose herbalist, banquet hall, gambling parlor, tea shop, antique shop, dim sum, a bunch of others, and yeah, I just had to correlate them. I really need to get more of like a CAD drawing to make sure that each of these illustrations actually fits into the board game. So that's kind of the next step there. And then my most recent Procreate purchase was the Gouache set. I'll link it, and I really love this set. I think this is my most favorite set, mostly because I love gouache and I love the textures that you get with it. It just seems like the most natural to me. So this was like a really quick test for that. And then I did this like little gouache girl. I think I found this image on Pinterest and then just did a little quick sketch of it in gouache, which was really fun, and in the gouache. And then I redid her as a frog, and I'm actually selling this as a sticker in my shop now. Really like them. And then I did a little just kind of like still life of the things that were on my windowsill with those gouache pens. And then some fashion ladies. Yeah, some fashion ladies. This one's my favorite though. Bunch of other gouache things. I'm not gonna get into that. This started out as like a little sketch. I had some raspberries ripening on a vine outside of my window, outside of my studio window. So I really wanted to do a piece about raspberries. So this is that one. And this is the final piece. I love how it turned out. I love the colors. I love how small this little lady is. And I actually turned this into a sticker as well. Gotta work smarter, not harder, am I right? Some other things, just little doodles essentially. And then I was taking a class on characters and felting for stop motion animation. So this is my character. I'm still working on it. It's due this Saturday. but it's so much fun. And then I did the unique market and I needed some kind of social media piece. So this was my social media piece for that. And I'm also trying to do a little mural for my little baby niece. I think I presented this one, and my brother and his partner thought it was a little bit too kid-like, so they wanted something a little bit more like woodsy. So I'm still trying to work on that. I think I want to make this actually into like a little, like a postcard or something. I really like it. And then recently I was just playing around with my gouache pens again. This is like a chrysanthemum or peony kind of hybrid. And I did this for a silly September challenge that my friend Christina is putting on. And then this is actually me. I took a photo of me and then drew that. This is just a bunch of cute fall things that I'm looking forward to now that the leaves are starting to change color and it's getting a little bit more crisp. This is just a test of pet portraits. I really want to get into pet portraiture, so this is a little test. I named this dog Hoagie. And then another test. I felt like this dog looked like Chewbacca, so I named it Chewy. I really like how it turned out. I love like the texture of the dog. And then my last one is going to be a cat. So this is a cat, and I'll be doing some kind of background for it, but look out for those on my Instagram. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to my channel. It is a good time. And let me know what Procreate brushes you are using. What are you into? I'm sure there's a lot more out there. So let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.